Hello, and welcome to the Wedding Diaries India edition. I don't know what to call it, so let's see what it ends up being named. But basically, in this vlog, I am going to India. I'm currently here already. I just realized that I hadn't given any context or detail as to what was happening, and so I thought I'd just quickly film this little intro. But here I am. I'm gonna be going to India in the footage you see, I guess. But yeah, basically I'm here to do all of the wedding shopping. I need to get all of my outfits for the shadi and the sangeet and the haldi and the mehendi. I need to get all of Mesh's outfits for the exact same events. And then I need to get the bridal party outfits as well. So it's all happening. And also I get to see my little grandmas and all of my cousins. And I'm so blooming excited. I am so excited. It's funny. I don't think I filmed anything about this, but right before I was flying, like the night before, I was actually super nervous just because it's been so long since I've traveled internationally. And being on a flight for that long, it just made me uncomfortable. And I don't know why, because I'm not like a nervous flyer in terms of, I'm not scared of what's gonna happen on the flight. I don't normally have negative thoughts about that. But just more like being bored out of my brain for 14 hours. I think like the solitude of it scares me. Actually, talking through it now, I think that's what scares me. But anyway, so actually, before coming here and like the clips that you'll see of me actually going to the airport, I was actually quite nervous, and you know, I was sad that Mesh couldn't come, and yeah, it was a really weird feeling, but all of it made it worth it because I was like, but I'm going to India and I get to see my little grandmas and my amazing cousins again. And so I'm so happy. I'm so grateful and blessed and fortunate, and just like thanking the universe, thanking the Lord that I get to go to India and do all this again. It's crazy to think it's been like 2.5 years. I went before COVID, I went in December. So it's been, yeah, pretty much 2.5 years, and I've really missed it. And it's funny, I didn't realize how much I would miss it. Oh my gosh, is this filming? It is filming, thank goodness. I didn't realize how much I would miss it. If you told me before that I can't go to India for 2 years, I'd be like, oh, I'll miss my grandmas and like seeing my cousins, of course. But I'd be like, oh, but you know, whatever. Whereas actually not being able to come really showed me how much I miss India and how much I love India. And so I'm really, really happy to be here. I mean, I'm not here yet technically for you as you watch this vlog, but I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited. Anyway, hope you enjoy the vlog. This is so exciting. The Wedding Diaries is in full swing. We're getting the outfits. It's all happening. I'm so flooping excited. Flooping, I made up a new word. It's all happening here. Let's get on to the footage. We've got pancake, soy cappuccino, and a ginger smoothie. I'm not drinking alcohol because it's like 6 AM in the morning, so. Ooh, the smoothie's good. I had a really fun moment of panic before because Dad reminded me that I had not done anything for my travel insurance. I've always had a CommBank credit card, and the CommBank app is just amazing, and so you could just really quickly activate it, whereas I don't have that credit card anymore. I just had this moment of like, I'm flying in an hour and I don't have my insurance sorted out. But I've just gone through it all, and I have insurance because I booked on my ANZ card, yada yada yada, so I can go back to happily eating my pancake. I've like stress eaten 3/4 of it, but I can go back to happily eating it, having my coffee, having my juice. The juice is really nice. I need to mix it again, but the juice is so good. All happening. It was really sad leaving Mesh and Benja. Like, we've only done one separate travel, like big travel during our relationship, and it was at the start of it because then COVID hit. And so it's just really weird being like, oh, bye, and knowing that I'm not going to see him for 2.5 weeks. I'm not going to see Benj. Apparently Benj was really sad. They both came to drop me at the airport, and apparently Benj was really sad when he was on his way home, and so I called Mesh to be like, hello, how's it going? I'm in. But he was like, maybe I'll call you back because I don't want Benji to hear your voice right now. And I was like, okay. But other than that, all going well. Also, I've just realized the little forks have names on them. Like it says David Cohn or Cowan for Qantas, 80 in 10. Oh, okay. I thought it was like maybe like different pilots' names, but they all just say David Cowan, so maybe this is literally just like the brand. Anyway, that's all from me for now. See you soon. So, it's chaos already. I don't do well with chaos. I actually, I'm all about structure, all about being super organized, and it's chaotic. I've stepped on the flight and I was like, stepped on the flight. And I also didn't bring many jumpers because I'm going to 40 degrees. I don't even know if I have another jumper on this flight. It's a whole thing. Anyway, I'm going to go and try and get this stain out. So that's something I can do on my 1 hour flight to Adelaide. Yay, bye. Alrighty, so we made it from Melbourne to Adelaide. Now I'm on the Adelaide to Delhi route. I'm trying not to get anyone in this. The lovely man next to me has just gone to the bathroom, so I was like, this is a good time to film. It has been an interesting start. It started lovely. The lounge was really fun. And then things have happened, which I'll explain later. But we're getting there. I think I have like probably like 10 hours to go, so I'm at the very start. But I am watching a very interesting documentary called The Story of God, which is just like exploring lots of different religions and the similarities and differences, and I just find that kind of thing so interesting. Also, one huge perk of going to India is that you get like delicious Indian food on the flight, so I'm very excited for that. Anyway, I think I'm being really loud and it's weird. This is very strange, so I'll talk to you later. We made it. I'm at the airport. I've just gotten everything. It was so efficient. Honestly, it is more efficient traveling internationally to Delhi than it is going from Melbourne to Sydney. Anyway, I'm here and I'm so excited. I just kept like smiling to myself, and yeah, I'm just so happy to be back. And Mum is apparently waiting outside for me, so I'm gonna go see her. I'm bloomin' pumped. Oh, all right, let's do it. I'm ready for that India heat and feeling. Where is my mother? I don't see her. I see her! Yay! Hi! Hello. Made it! Jai Gurudev! Hi! Hello, Nani! Yeah. These are like little pizza bread thingies and they are delicious. This is the first time that I'm using the tripod that I also got with this camera. So please excuse me whilst I try to kind of still figure it out. I'm still on the journey. Oh, okay, here we go. I think we've done it. I think we have done it. I'm sitting here in our hotel in Delhi. We're staying at the ITC Moria. I'll do like a proper room tour and everything later. But I thought I should actually sit down and do a little debrief about what's been happening, how the day's been. But actually I've also realized before I do that, I'm gonna need to stop filming this and do like a full introduction, welcome to the vlog at all. Because I don't think I've said what's happening. So actually, let me get back to you. I just filmed my little intro, which is quite funny because like I kept changing tenses because obviously I'm already here now. But anyway, the flight was really funny. It was delayed by 45 minutes. I got to go into the business lounge, so that was really nice. So I had a really nice like experience there, and I'm on antibiotics at the moment, so I couldn't have any alcohol. And it was breakfast time as well, so I didn't actually want to eat too much, and it was so early. Like I got there at like 6:30 a.m. so I didn't want to eat anything in general. So it was all a bit like, but then when the flight got delayed, I was so grateful to be in the lounge. Then I get onto the flight and this whole saga happens. Basically, my flight went from Melbourne to Adelaide and then Adelaide to Delhi. The Melbourne to Adelaide leg was really empty. And so there was a guy sitting next to me sitting next to him, I guess, and we were both near the window. And then the like the middle seats, and there was 4 of them, and there was what looked like a family there. So a mum, a dad, and then like the 2 grandparents, and then like a little baby who looked like maybe 1, and then like a little kid who looked maybe like 3 or 4. I don't really know. But anyway, so we get onto the flight, and I go to the bathroom, and as I come back, and we haven't taken off yet, the mum is talking to the guy that's next to me and asking if we can swap places with them. And I was like, oh yeah, like normally I'm like very chill about changing places. So I was like, yeah, of course, like we can swap places. But I was also like, I don't really want to go and sit in your seats next to your family. Like this whole flight is empty. Why would I, like I'm just gonna go sit in a random seat. So I do that, but then because the flight's delayed, I'm just sitting there for like 10 minutes. And actually, so I'm sitting there for 10 minutes. And whilst I'm sitting there, I'm funnily enough removing a coffee stain out of my white jumper, because turns out someone had spilt their coffee, or like not intentionally, I'm sure, but like somehow like their coffee must have gone up, fallen onto me, but I was wearing a few layers so I couldn't feel anything. And the flight attendant, as I'd been changing the seats for this lady, had told me that I had coffee stains on my back. So then I was like literally sitting there blotting out this coffee stain, getting like slightly more and more frustrated. Also, I don't think I said why the lady wanted to swap seats. She wanted to swap so that her son could watch the plane take off. So I was like, yeah, of course, that's very cute. But as I'm sitting there, I'm realizing that she is the person that dropped the coffee on me. So then I was like slightly annoyed with her for that. And then also I can just hear her son coughing away. And like I'm wearing my mask. I know kids don't need to wear masks, but I was just like, this is super unhygienic. Like you're just coughing all over my seat. And it's not that I just need to sit in that seat for like 30 minutes or even 2 hours. Like I need to sit in that seat now for the next 14 hours. And your child is not feeling so great, and I don't want those germs, please. I'm literally like, I'm on antibiotics already trying to get over my cold. So I go up to her and I'm like, hey, actually, is it possible for me to get my seat back? Because they do want us in our own seats. Like they just announced, like they want you in your seats for lift off and sit down and take down. Fly down? Dusha's gonna be really disappointed that I don't. And landing, oh my gosh, okay. And landing. And so I go, she like is a little bit begrudging about it and like, is like, oh, okay. And I look and they have literally like, oh my gosh, there was just crumbs everywhere, like hand smears all over the screen. My pillow had been like shoved between the seats in front. They'd opened up like the headphones of the guy next to me, and like both of our seats were a complete mess. And this is in like the first 10 minutes of them sitting there. And I was just like, thank heavens I asked them to move. Because I'm quite a people pleaser, and so I generally would have absolutely no problem. Like I'm all about it. I'd love to swap seats if it's gonna make your life better. But I'm trying to not make it at the detriment of myself. And that's something I'm working on. And so I'm really proud of myself for actually going, no, sorry, I'm gonna need my seat back. This is really unhygienic. And not only unhygienic because the kid had like spluttered cough everywhere, but also like they had literally made the seats a disaster zone. It was actually really frustrating, and it was sad that they had been so inconsiderate, because I totally get it. Like if I had a kid, and also I will say, I don't have children, so I don't relate, and I totally appreciate that it would be really hard if you were looking after kids, and like, of course they're going to eat. Of course they're going to like make a bit of a mess and touch everything. And of course you can't expect them to like cover their mouth all the time when they cough. But then just don't take someone else's seat for 14 hours, for a 14-hour flight. As in, I went to that seat and I was like, this is horrific, and I'm here now for 14 hours. So I literally got my wipes out of my bag and like wiped down the whole thing and got a new pillow and a new everything basically. And it was all okay. I did feel bad. Like I totally understand that the kid wants to watch the takeoff, but you just gotta be, like as in, if you can't do it cleanly and in a way that's respectful to the person that's then gonna sit there afterwards, then probably just don't do it. And so anyway, I got my seat back, so. And then they moved to the seats in front, and then the guy that got on Adelaide got to his seat and was like, what the heck? And so then he called the flight attendant over and she was like, oh no, it's all been cleaned. Like someone must have just been sitting there. And I was like, damn it. Yeah, yes, exactly. Someone has been sitting there. That's the problem. Anyway, so actually I was a bit like, Qantas, you should do better. Because honestly, it's not the responsibility of the lady to make sure that everything is clean for the next people. I mean, obviously it would be nice if she'd done that, but it's not her responsibility. But it is Qantas's responsibility to make sure that a new passenger getting on the seat has a nice clean area. And like, they should have just made sure no one swapped their seats. Anyway, I'm blabbering on, but this is just my reflections of the flight. But anyway, we then got on. I had a great flight. I pretty much slept for at least half of it, which was because that I'd wanted to try and stay awake for as long as possible and then go to bed when I get here. No, sorry, I wanted to sleep as much as possible so that when I get here I can stay awake, because I landed at like 7 p.m. I can stay awake and then go to bed at like 10 p.m. And I did manage to do that. Mum picked me up, and which you would have seen actually, and the airport was super efficient, and we came here. We had a little dinner at the restaurant here, which was really nice, and then went to bed, and I was very tired by the time I went to bed. And then this morning I woke up at 4:30 a.m. and I was like, oh, it didn't work. Clearly I'm jet lagged, so that would probably be like 8:39 in Melbourne. I can sense that I'm a bit nasal. I'm vlogging. Mummy's like, who are you talking to? But yeah, and so I thanks Mum, I'm just vlogging at the moment. So then this morning I woke up. I didn't want to wake Mum up, and at the moment we have a bedroom. We have a room that has like a separate sitting area and the bedroom, but there's no wall in between. And so I literally just went and sat in the bathroom and like caught up on my socials. And then also me, Phoebe and Emily are doing this thing, like it's an app called Cappuccino, which gives you like 3 minutes to do a mini podcast. And so every morning we now listen to each other's updates because we're all in different parts of the world now. So Emily's in, I don't know if she wants me to say, so Emily's in Australia, Phoebe is in America, and I'm now in India. And obviously I'll also be in Australia in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, but it's just a really nice way to keep in touch because Em's not in Melbourne at the moment as well. And so I did that, and then I was like, oh, what should I do? I went back to bed, tried to go to bed, and I just couldn't. And so then I just went to the gym at 6 a.m. Could have gone at like 4:30 or 5, but I just didn't feel totally comfortable going that early because the gym, you have to, I mean, I'll show you all the footage, so it's fine. But like, it's within the complex, but you do have to like leave the hotel, and I just didn't feel totally comfortable doing that. I'm like, I only got here like 12 hours ago, so I'm not totally sure where everything is yet. But yeah, so I gymmed, I did my weights workout, I did 25 minutes on the elliptical, which is very impressive for me. And then came upstairs, washed my hair, got ready, got Mum a cup of tea from the lounge. And now we are just finishing getting ready before we go off to breakfast. We're gonna have a delicious breakfast and then head off to Seema Gujral, her showroom, I guess, to try on the lehengas, cause there's a lehenga that I really, really like, and it might be my shadi ka lehenga, so my shadi's lehenga, but I don't know, I haven't tried it on, so obviously I need to try it on. It's also a very like cool, different style, so I just want to make sure. But anyway, I just want to go and try it on, so we're going to go to Noida, try that on, and try on whatever else I want to, and then we're going to Southex, go and having a look. Our focus for today is my shadi lehenga. That'll be the focus for today and tomorrow. Then hopefully by the end of tomorrow, I will have made a decision, which is crazy to think, but I'm very excited. So then on Sunday, we'll probably go and say yes to the lehenga dress, and then start on the other events, and then start on mesh. Hope I've been in focus that entire time. But anyway, that is my little huge update. I've literally been talking for 11 minutes. Like, this is the whole vlog. But yeah, that's it from me for now. I am going to go wander around the hotel. Mum's gonna finish getting ready, and we will see you at breakfast. Bye.